Hello there and welcome to another episode of Chris's Retro Corner. I'm Chris, this is my Retro Corner, and this came through the post the other day. So let's open it up and have a look at what's in here. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a kit. I've got some things here. So yeah, let's open these up and have a look at what we've got. Some pin headers, an SD adapter, mini USB lead, a circuit board, good stuff, an OLED screen, looks lovely. Buttons, components, capacitors, ports, lovely. Put those over there. One more lurking in there. Excellent stuff. Cool. And then a little single board computer. So what this is a Maxduino or TZXduino, depending on what firmware you choose, Arduino Uno hat kit. And this has come to me from YouMakeRobots. Okay. So a big thank you to say to Ricky. By way of disclaimer, I've got this for free for my review, my build and review. I don't have to send it back, so thank you very much to him. I'm very much looking forward to doing another build. So let's set the scene, and through the power of terrible video editing, let's get ready for the build. And there we are, we're set up ready to go. So let's grab the Arduino out and have a quick look at this. This is the first time I've seen one of these. I must stress that this does not come as part of the kit ordinarily. Ricky at YouMakeRobots was kind enough to send this along because he knew I hadn't got one. I'm a little bit more familiar with the Raspberry Pis, so I'm brand new to this. It's quite interesting. I've done a little bit of reading up on these. Very interested to see this little thing in action. So yeah, this does not come as part of the kit, okay, so you will need one of these yourself. But yeah, like I say, this is my first time looking at one of these. So yeah, pretty interesting. Cool. Okay, so what the setup is, don't need that anymore. Let's do some tidying up here. Splendid stuff. We probably don't need that for a little while either. Nor that actually either. So the setup is about the same as the last build that I did. We've got my retro counter at the top here, which I'm going to start when I start the build. If I have to nip to the loo, answer the door, any of that stuff, I'll stop it and then I'll restart it again. So we get a good representation about how long this will take. Bear in mind, yeah, I've done a few of these things before, but I'm not the world's quickest at it. I've got the instructions over here on my screen here. So the Maxduino Uno hat instructions from YouMakeRobots. So I'll be following those along. I'm not going to try and rush through it because I'll foul it up, and I don't want to do that. So there is one thing left I must have for a build before we get going, and that, of course, is a cup of tea. So let's have a swig. Oh, blimey, a bit warm. We'll pop that up there, and let's get going. Show you guys really quickly. The board's really helpful. So you've got soldering resistors and capacitors on this side. So we've got 5 capacitors. Very helpfully, again, YouMakeRobots have labelled the capacitors, so you know exactly what's going where. You don't have to worry too much about the values. These ones here, you'll notice they've got the values on there, and also the board. Not that you can tell now because I've of course fitted the capacitors, but the board itself has got the polarity on, so you can't get it too far wrong. So yeah, hopefully this fires up and I haven't fouled up, but yeah, really helpful. So that's those in that side. We'll flip the board over and we'll solder those in. Capacitors and resistors soldered on. Great stuff. On to the next bit. Paying special attention there to line up the notch on the PCB with the notch on the socket, and hopefully later the notch on the chip as well. Not the most tidy of soldering jobs, but they're on there. So let's carry on. So that's the buttons located and the screen on there. It's nice. I've let it rest at a little bit of an angle, so as you're using the device, it's sort of angled towards you just a little bit. These buttons, awesome little tactile buttons, feel really good. Now they do go in that way round. Okay, so you need to pay attention to that. There's a remote possibility that if you could try and bodge that together and go sort of go sideways and splay everything out, but yeah, they actually marry up really nicely and just sort of just drop in there. They also hold, which is nice, so let's solder these in as well. The buttons on there as well. So what I'm doing at each stage is I'm just double checking that the solder has made it all the way through the board. Can't see any lines on that side, they're all on this side, but yeah, just to make sure the buttons hold firm, and also if there were a connection on either side of the board, that filling the hole with the solder would actually make a good connection either side. So yeah, on to the next bit. So the next bit here is soldering on the DSD adapter. It's a push in, click out adapter. It does say in the instructions that you might need to bend the existing pins 90 degrees to get that in. So looks like I'm going to have to do that. Wonder if it'll drop in and turn. No, not at all. Okay. So an inelegant solution, but using the side of the bench, I'll just bend those straight now. And obviously when I say straight, I mean straight-ish. I'm sure that'll be okay. That's on there, and I've clipped the legs down as well. Yeah, you just saw me accidentally bridge two of those as I was trying to tidy up the soldering, because the soldering's a bit poor. So yeah, a little bit of solder wick sorted that problem out a treat. So what have we got next? Pin headers and installing the IC. Right, let's carry on. So, YouMakeRobots suggest to put the pins in the Arduino and place the PCB on top of the Arduino before soldering in place. So we will take that advice, we will grab the Uno and we will pop those pin headers in. Lovely, and this is the first time that you see our little project board come together with the Arduino Uno. You can definitely see why you would want to put the pin headers in first, just to make sure that you get those angles, that sort of 90-degree angle between the project board and the Arduino. Right, let's get busy and solder those all up as well. Okay, so that's all those soldered up nicely. Well, I don't know about nicely, but they're soldered up. And just as you solder, sometimes you get little flecks of either flux or possibly even solder as well. So hence why I'm scrubbing that off in between times, just to make sure any tiny weeny little errant pieces of solder aren't trying to create a short somewhere. Ooh, just scratched off a bit of flux off the board. There we go. Keep scrubbing, Chris. I should probably do this the honour of brushing it all down with IPA afterwards, just to finish the job off. But yeah, I think that's us about done. Let's have a quick look. Firmware upload. Right. So this is our little board done. There we go. Oh, here we go, internet. Here we go, internet. Love a good film peel. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, nice and shiny. I say nice and shiny, it's a matte finish, but you know what I mean. Okay, so that's the board done. Let's have a clear up and start plugging this in to the PC to upload the firmware. Oh yeah, we need to stop. There we go. With my waffle, what was that, 33 minutes? And showing you guys along the way as well. And that's soldered up. That's good to go. Right, let me clean up this rubbish and then we'll carry on. So there we go, nice and clean, a little bit better. For those eagle-eyed of you, I forgot to put the IC in the socket, didn't I? So yeah, really quickly, we'll take that out of there. We'll pop that in. Lovely. And yeah, we can go about programming this up. So carrying on, quick slurp of tea. It's a bit lukewarm, I'll be honest. Right, so back in with the little cable. And that's going to go just there. Is it a bit short? No, seems to be okay. I just expected that to go further in. I don't want to force that just in case. And I've got an extension cable there as well because my computer's off to the side. So we'll just plug that in quickly. So it is on. It is on. Got send and receive lights having a little bit of a flash away down there. So whilst ever those lights are on, I think we're good to go. So back to the instructions, and it specifically says it's a two-step process to flash the firmware. Now, I said earlier that you can use all manner of other firmwares for this, because I believe it supports so I think TZX Arduino, Castuino, Arduino, and Maxduino. Now the easiest way to do this is flash it with Maxduino, and we can do that through YouMakeRobots TZX tools. So I've got that installed on my machine already. So yeah, happy to put the Maxduino firmware on there. It's really good firmware, it supports an awful lot of devices. So the first flash will get you the logo, but you still have to do the second flash, and it will be the second flash that actually uploads the Maxduino software. Okay, so we should run the TZX tools. We should pop that over here, and we shall have a look. I'll just pick logo 1. I can't remember which logo is which. I don't want to personalise it to any particular one system. See, seems a bit favouritist, whereas I have several. So we'll go for whatever logo 1 is. Oh, COM port. Probably worth my while checking which COM port this is on. So I'm going to have a quick look in Device Manager. Could be 5. Uno R3. I'm going through and just picking the screen as well. I don't think it matters on this go because you do have to flash it twice. I believe it's a 1306 screen, and then upload. Yes, happy to do that. Uploading, and I'm guessing that this will reboot and the screen will come alive. With a bit of luck, we'll see. Bit more tea while we wait for that. There we go. Screen's alive, no SD card. Right, there we go. Excellent. So I should probably read the instructions. So let's move those out of the way. Using TZX tools, so Maxduino logo. The ultimate logos don't work. That's okay. I've just gone for logo 1, I think. Hopefully that's fine. I did see it pop up. COM port. Oh, I've raced ahead, haven't I? R3. Oh, good. Okay. And I got the right screen as well. So that's helpful. Upload. Done. Okay, so let's go back. Let's actually read the instructions, Chris. I'm racing ahead. Select the version of the Maxduino software you want. Supported. Right. Okay. Firmware. So let's have a quick look. So the Maxduino, I think the ultimate is probably the one I'm going to go for. So I'm not sort of tying it to these particular file formats. It should be good with all those. Ooh. Trying to read the instructions first. Select COM port again. R3, OLED. Right, fine. Okay, so let's just pop that in quickly. COM port 5, we know that's on COM port 5. Arduino board, that's the R3, display was 1306, and upload. We shall check the correct board is plugged. Ooh. Okay, could be. Let's just reseat that, have another go. Oh, definitely got the logo, so that's good. Right. Okay. Maybe I need to pick a different firmware. I'll tell you what, let's pick that one because it will support the Spectrum, it will support the Oric. There we go. Great stuff. It's uploading. Another quick swig of tea. Ooh, 41.5 minute old tea. Oh, it's gonna be cold. Well, Ooh, need to change the filter in the. Need to change the water filter. Right, let's pop that away. Yeah, it was a bit cold. Complete. Job done. Exit. So you should have a working copy of Arduino on your Uno now. Yeah, should do. Let's have a closer look at that boot screen, shall we? Pop that in. Yep, booting up a treat. Right. Theoretically speaking, we're done, aren't we? So we can stop that. And without my waffle, that's probably under 40 minutes. Fingers crossed this works. It's looking good so far. I do have somewhere my trusty little 2 gig SanDisk with a bunch of little files on there. So we'll turn that off. We shall pop that in. Is it that way up? We'll find out in a minute. Yes, it is. Excellent stuff. So let us go. There we go. Check out more retro devices at YouMakeRobots.com. Strongly advise that you do that. Right, there we go. I think we're about done. So we shall tidy up again, and we'll find ourselves a retro micro to test this out on. So welcome back. So I've chosen the Sinclair ZX Spectrum that was kindly donated by my very good friend Darren to test this little device with. So 42 minutes, 20 seconds, some chat. Let's start that going. We shall turn this on. Be absolutely blinding if we had some power for the specky. There we go, straight on and tuned. Fantastic, that's really helpful. Okay, so earlier this week there was a little ZX Spectrum game. I believe it was originally published in 2014. I shall link it down in the description. It's social.net if you want to download it. It was originally written in BASIC by a very talented lass, and it's been recently recompiled and squished down. So if you've got a 16K ZX Spectrum, you're in luck because this will run on the 16K Spectrum. So this is Lava. I hope I have it on the SD card. So we'll just go straight in and see if we can find it. So let's navigate to my Spectrum folder. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh, it's paused already. Great stuff. Okay, so let's load and play. Over to you, Uno Hat. There we go, beautifully loaded and first time as well. Wow, fantastic. We've not only put the hat together, we've flashed the firmware as well, and we've loaded up a game in under 45 minutes. And I've shown you how to do it as well, so in all fairness, it'll probably take you 10 minutes less at least. So yeah, happy days. Job done. There we go. So that is the Arduino Uno hat kit from YouMakeRobots. Okay, bear in mind you don't get the Uno, so I'm quite lucky. So thank you very much for being able to demonstrate this on behalf of YouMakeRobots. It does, like I said earlier, support several different firmwares: TZXduino, Casduino, and Arduino. I think you've got to use, I might be wrong, I think you've got to use the Arduino IDE software to flash the Uno with, but you can do that. It's just a different application rather than the TZX tools I was using that YouMakeRobots provide. But yeah, if you've got an Uno, this looks like an absolutely smashing kit to get you started into the world of cassette image emulation playback. And at the moment, as of the very beginning of October 2021, this kit is $10.99 on YouMakeRobots website. So what an absolute bargain. Under 45 minutes, we've got a game loaded. Thanks so much for YouMakeRobots for sending this in for review. Yeah, happy days. I'll look at testing this out with a couple of different machines. I did flash it with the Oric firmware, so yeah, I might give it a quick crack with my Oric in a little while. So watch out for a quick video for that as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down, you know, tell us why. I do only do this for fun, so my videos can be a little bit intermittent from time to time and a bit hit and miss, but bear with me because I've got some good stuff planned. Feel free to get in touch with me in the comments below. I do love a good chat. But for now, I'll leave you with some really bad gameplay. Well, I'm pretty convinced it's a very bad gameplay anyway. So let's have a go. Keyboard. Normal speed. Okay, so let's have a go. Oh. Rubbish. No. Oh, can I get the fuel can? Can I? Can I get the fuel can? No. Rubbish. Right, one last go. One last go. Yes. No. Oh, too quick, too quick. Right, I'm going to carry on with this and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining. Bye bye now.